Hello guys, what is going on? It's your boy Demi and I'm back with another YouTube video, and in today's video I'll be talking about why the Raptors might have 3 or more All-Stars this season. So if you are new, hit that like button and hit the comment section because we're on the road to 200 subscribers. So if you can help me hit that goal, I'd be very much appreciated, and let's get on to this video for what I have to say today. Yes, I know the Raptors finished 5th in the East. Yes, I know we finished in the first round of the playoffs last season. Yes, I know the Raptors are still developing. But I think the Raptors starting 5 unit has much potential to have 3 or more All-Stars this season, and I'll explain here why. As for the Toronto Raptors, the starting 5 gives you about 90 points per game as multiple scorers in the lineup score about 10 points or more. So don't be surprised if another player has a breakout season, and players like, for example, Gary Trent Jr., Pascal Siakam, OG, Scotty Barnes, or Fred VanVleet. We already know Fred VanVleet and Pascal are All-Stars, but don't be surprised if OG, Gary, and Scotty even become nominations for All-Stars or candidates for this season. Why I say this? Because the Raptors have a good front court and back court of players in the starting 5, as you have players in Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam, OG, Scotty, and Gary Trent that can play multiple positions. OG Anunoby gets you about 17 points per game, and Gary gets you about 18.3, and Scotty gets you about 15.3 points per game. That total there is basically a good total, as all their stars average about 10 points or more, and that's only a good 60 to 75% of their lineup. But for the first player I might see as an All-Star, let's talk about Scotty Barnes here. So Scotty Barnes last season got you 15.3 points, 30% from 3 on 2 attempts, and he got to the foul line 2 times on 73%, and Scotty Barnes has a field goal percent of 49.2% on 10 attempts, so that's pretty much good. And the field goal efficiency is at 52.4. So that is very well for a young player of Scotty Barnes' caliber. Along with the scoring assets, he basically gives you 7.5 rebounds per game, 3.5 assists, and a steal per game on a decent shooting number. So if Scotty Barnes breaks out as for him winning the rookie year, don't be surprised, because he can really be an all-star and break out to be a second-year all-star player like LaMelo Ball, or even you can say like maybe Anthony Edwards, as he was almost an all-star last season. So Scotty Barnes, he has very high potential and upside. But Scotty Barnes, he's a great motor, he's a great player, he's at 6'9", 6'8", and he's basically coming to one of the best forwards in the league. And as for Scotty Barnes, his usage rating is at 19%, and he basically has a true shooting of 55.2%. But as for Scotty Barnes, he can play any position 1 through 5 along with Gary Trent, and he basically just gives you about whatever he can in the court. He's a pretty good player. The next player on my list that can possibly make an All-Star selection is Gary Trent Jr., because basically for the 69 games he played last season in 35 minutes, he basically got you about 41% from the field on 15 attempts. He got you 38% from 3, and he got to the free throw line, and he made most of his free throws at 85% on 2 attempts at the free throw line and 2 makes. So I think Gary Trent Jr. could probably have a good season. On the rebounding end, he basically gives you 2.7 rebounds, 2.0 assists, and he almost lead the league in steals and deflections. So Gary Trent Jr. for his caliber is pretty good at his position, as he's 6'5", and he can basically create his own shot and play a better defense. So if he becomes an all-star, don't be afraid if he breaks out. As for Gary Trent last season, he had a true shooting percentage of 54%. So that accumulates to a good percentage of how he's basically on the court, and his usage rate is at 21%. But as for my thoughts on Gary Trent Jr., he basically does everything on the court as well as Scotty Barnes. So let's talk more about OG Anunoby here. OG Anunoby last season, throughout his 48 games, that he breaks out to be an all-star. Last season, almost an all-star. He got you 17.1 points, 5.5 rebounds, 2.6 assists, and shot 36% from 3 on 44.3 field goal shooting. And he basically got a field goal efficiency of 52.6%, as that's pretty much good in my opinion. OG Anunoby, he's a very good player. He's a great 3-and-D player in the NBA, and he's basically working to develop his own jump shot on the shot creating end. And OG Anunoby, he can basically do many things for you in playing defense, and he's one of the best 3-and-D wings in the NBA. And he can basically just space the floor and be a good player and just harass players on a night-to-night basis. As he has a day-to-day comparison to like Kawhi Leonard, OG I think can get it done. But if OG can become an all-star last season, as he had a hot start last season, don't be surprised if he really does. OG last season, he played very well, as he played most of the forward position and a bit of center a little bit throughout his career. And most of the season he played the forward and power forward position. But I think OG, he can really do on the court. And I think for the Raptors, I think if OG can just get it done, as for his ratings here and his advanced stats, he basically gets you almost, you can probably say about, OG is basically an effective shooter, as he shoots the true shooting at 54.5%, and he's used about 20% of the time, and that basically accumulates to a PER of 14.8. So OG is a very solid player. He started off very hot last season. So if he becomes an all-star, don't be surprised. But these Raptors players, I think they pretty much have the poise to break out. But for the most potential I have here for the players to break out, I would say it's probably either OG, as he was almost an all-star last season, or that in my eyes, I would say basically for a number 2 option, I would say Scotty, and then last but not least, I have Gary. So I think the Raptors have a great organization in developing their players, but I think if one of these players break out to be an all-star, don't be surprised because I already explained their true shooting, their numbers. But don't be surprised if one of them makes the all-star game. And like I said, Fat Family and Pascal are all-star locks. You already know that if they even were to be all-stars. But I think basically if you're gonna have another all-star like OG, Trent, or Scotty, that would basically be a good thing to see for all Raptors fans. But when they're on the court, they pretty much make a difference no matter what. But if they get to an all-star game, I think they'll be a reserve, not a starter. But as these players break out to be a starter with starter potential for the all-star game, don't be surprised. But that's my early season thoughts on when the Raptors can have multiple all-stars. But if you guys are new, please consider hitting that subscribe button and make sure you subscribe to the channel because we're growing each and every day. And I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can hit that, that'd be very much appreciated. As I have Raptors videos coming each and every day, so if you guys can subscribe, that'd be very much appreciated. And it's your boy Demi, and I hope you all enjoy this video. As I got many Raptors videos coming, I'm going to the Raptors vs Rockets game on November 9th. So I'll have a little vlog maybe for you guys, so make sure to stay tuned for that, and make sure you subscribe, and you're going to miss out on all the Raptors content. I don't want you to miss out on it, so make sure you subscribe. And your boy Demi, I'm signing out. Have a great blessed day, y'all. Peace.